What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you a vacuum that I have been wanting to get for a while. This here is another Elite based Hoover. This is the fifth one in my collection. This is a Hoover Legacy. This is one of the top of the line Elite vacuums in its time. And I just couldn't resist getting it. I have no Legacy machines or Dimension machines. I was really on the lookout for a Dimension because that's the one I grew up with. The Legacy was basically the predecessor to the Dimension. There was nothing essentially different from that one compared to this. The Dimension just had a more different style base with the tools up top, and it takes Type Z bags. This one looks like a conventional Elite because it does take the Type A's. They're much larger than the Type Z, I will admit that, so you can cover a lot more ground without having to stop and change bag as often as the Type Z or Type Y's. As you can see, I like to run Hepa Bags just for increased filtration, which they really help out drastically with filtration. You can see down here, it may look like it has 5 carpetite settings, but it really just has 4. The fourth one is basically for like high pile carpets. If you switch it on over to 5, that'll block off the suction going to the vacuum head, so it'll do your cleaning tools instead. Kind of interesting how it works, but it's more convenient to just switch it on over to your cleaning tools instead of like a conventional Elite. You just take the hose off whatever and just stick it down in there to use your tools. It's much more convenient this way. I always like to keep it on the middle for the pile of my carpet. You can see down here it's got the cleaning effectiveness per amp is 17.5, which I don't really believe that it's really rated at that. I think this was just Hoover's marketing technique to get people into buying the higher end machine. Like I said, brushed edge cleaning. Nice Hoover lettering right there. Small little Hoover symbol right there. This has a much larger furniture guard compared to a conventional Elite, which this was basically is much more protection from furniture, and which when Hoover came out with the soft guard later, that one had like full protection from any furniture you would accidentally bump into. Your stair cleaning handle right there. Go up there is Hoover Legacy. This is one of the several variants of the Legacy, I will add that. There was one that was the same model like this, only it was green, and it was called Legacy Supreme, and also had a little black handle cover up top, but that one's really no different. I mean, almost none of these Legacies were any different. They just changed the color scheme. You either chose between a soft or hard bag. And this one's energy efficient, 99.9% microfiltration, down to 5 microns. Let's go ahead and show you the back. Oh, also on the top here, this has a little air freshener. Let me turn it up front so you can see. It's the air freshener. You just push it on over to max. It'll let off a little scent, so you don't have to worry about that annoying vacuum smell, which most of these direct air machines are very known to have. You just lift this up top to change your scent tablet. This one has completely lost its smell because it's sat in there for the past 20 years. Sometimes it's a pain to put back in. Come on. There it goes. Alright. How would you like to leave that off? But anyway, on the side, you do have your hose. All Legacies do come with a stretch hose. that's permanently mounted into the machine. And like I said earlier, when you switch it on over to your cleaning tools, it blocks off the suction going to the head, and all of it goes through the hose. You have your extension wand right there. One thing that is nice about these older Elites, all of the tools are colored in gray. And surprisingly, this one has all of its original tools. The crevice tool, upholstery tool, and dusting brush. All right, here's the cord. It's much longer than most of the Hoover cords I've seen. This one's probably about roughly a good 30 feet. Most of the cords on my other Elites are like 20-some feet, which are, to me, very short. But anyway, let's go ahead and... Oops. This cord likes to come unhooked sometimes. Go ahead and flip it down right here to show you the model number. Model U5053-930 from the Hoover Company in North Canton, Ohio. It's got a 7.3 amp motor, Type A bags, and the serial number. For those of you who don't know how to read the serial number on these Elites, is the first two is the month it was made, so 08, so that's August. The third and fourth number is the year it was made, so 93, so it was 1993. So this vacuum was basically manufactured in August of 1993. And also, it's made in the US of A, which is a much better alternative to the newer Hoovers that they make today, with being that they're now manufactured under TTI, made with all Chinese components. These have lasted much longer than any of those vacuums can ever. You can release the cord here. The cord hook is very nice and stiff and does stay up nice compared to my other Elites. Like I said, the cord is very long. You can cover a lot more ground in your house with it. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and plug it in. And now, we'll go ahead and show you this bad boy running. And one also nice thing about these Legacies, the power switch is actually on top of the handle instead of being on the side like a traditional Elite. Like I said, this power switch is actually connected to a large rod that runs down into the motor where the main rocker switch is. So anyway, let's go ahead and power this baby up. Now we'll like to point out it is pretty noisy, so headphone users, turn down your volume. Here we go. I just gotta say, using one of these machines feels like I'm a little kid using my parents' Dimension. Feels just like using it because it's practically the same machine, just a little bit of differences, and it's much older. So, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the attachments while I have you here, and switch it on over to your tools and show you. It blocks off the head. Now that's all that's going through the hose. The suction isn't the highest because it's a direct air machine. The extension wand. Dusting brush. Works very nice. But one thing I will admit, what I personally like about this, even though the suction's not the highest, I find it great when using the crevice tool, or excuse me, the dusting brush. If you're dusting your drapes, there's not too much suction that it completely just sticks it to the drapes, which could potentially rip it off if you're not careful. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Hoover Legacy. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.